Hi, my name is Alice Lear, and I teach at the Center for Translation Studies of the University of Vienna in Austria.
Hi, my name is Philip Wilson, and I teach philosophy at the University of East Anglia in the United Kingdom.
Thank you for registering for the Symposium Philosophy in On Translation, which will take place on Thursday 9th and Friday 10th of September 2021. We gratefully acknowledge the support from the University of Vienna, the School of Politics, Philosophy, Language and Communication Studies at the University of East Anglia, the British Centre for Literary Translation. Without their help, the symposium would not be possible. We're really happy about this opportunity to push forward this new and exciting research field.
Again, thank you very much for registering for this symposium. We've been overwhelmed by the enthusiasm shown for the event, which indicates the amount of interest that the relationship between philosophy and translation is gathering. As the philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein wrote to C.K. Ogden about Frank Ramsey's translation of his first book, the Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus, translation is a difficult business, and it therefore needs philosophical investigation.
We've been putting together a program that ranges from the relevance of analytic philosophy for translators to what individual philosophers have said about translation. We examine the current untranslatability debate and look at translation traditions from a number of cultures as they address philosophy. We're really honored to have two distinguished keynote speakers, Duncan Large, Academic Director of the British Centre for Literary Translation and Professor of European Literature and Translation at the University of East Anglia in the United Kingdom, and Helena Franco Martins, Associate Professor of Literary and Translation Studies at the Pontifícia Universidade Católica do Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. We are proud to present 17 research papers by scholars from all over the world working in the interface between philosophy and translation.
So, what is going to happen? There was a time when we'd all have travelled to an exciting city and we'd have listened to talks in person, had meals together, mingled in bars and so on, but no more. So conferences have had to move online in the time of the pandemic. But it is a move that does bring some benefits, allowing people from all over the world to attend without the worry of travel costs or having to make childcare arrangements, and of course, making life better for the environment. We have had over 100 registrations for our symposium, which is amazing. But does the online alternative work? There is overwhelming evidence that it does. I personally have been to many online workshops in many different settings lately, and I was recently at a 3-day virtual conference on Simone Weil, hosted in Canada, which was very successful indeed.
You will find information about the speakers on the website, a photograph, a biography, and an abstract. We've asked each speaker to record and send us a video of their talk, and the videos will also be available on the website about 4 weeks before the event. We ask you to watch these videos in advance.
At the symposium, which will take place via Zoom webinar, each speaker will summarise their talk for 5 minutes live, and we are going to be very strict with timings, and if necessary, we'll have to mute people if they go on and on and on.
This is what will happen if you end up talking for too long.
Well, I've just unmuted myself. The speakers will then have the opportunity to answer live questions. Any participant can ask a question through the Q&A function or post a comment in the general chat. Questions are really important. They help the researcher to push on with their research, and they show all participants how the subject can be developed. It's not always possible to get through all the questions, whether a conference is held in person or virtually. But another advantage of the online symposium is that you can post comments. We expect all questions and comments to be submitted within what philosophers call the principle of charity. In other words, we need to be constructive and make sure that what we can say can help the researcher and can push the research dialogue further. Needless to say, any offensive comments will result in the termination of the link.
Zoom webinar has an excellent record of working for conferences like this one. You will be sent a link the day before the conference, and should you have any technical problems during the symposium, our technical advisor, Martin Waters of Brief Media, will be available and present at all times during the event. Except for presenters, there will be no microphone or camera functions on Zoom webinar.
The symposium will end with a regular Zoom meeting that we invite everyone to attend in order to put forward ideas for the future. One of the purposes of a conference is to move the field on, so we will ask for your ideas. In the past, we'd have done this at a party, but this is the nearest we can get to it, so do bring a cocktail along, whether alcoholic or non-alcoholic. And we'll invite you to turn on your mics and cameras.
We're really looking forward to being able to meeting you all virtually. And remember, you can find a schedule of the program of the talks on the website, so you can plan your program yourself. Please note that all times mentioned in the program are British Summer Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 1 hour. We chose British Summer Time because we have lots of participants from the Americas and also lots from Central and Eastern Europe. So British Summer Time is a reasonable compromise. If you forget about this and end up getting confused during the event, we've got a picture here to help you create a mental association with British Summer Time. Here it goes. In the meantime, every good wish from Vienna.
And every good wish from Norwich. Please don't hesitate to email us if you have any questions. And thank you for listening.